Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Wise. Today we are at the next topic, that is the theoretical Rook Endgames, and we are at the case of Rook and 2 pawns versus Rook. This is the position, of course, with White to play. Black Rook is giving check to the White King, and what should White do? He has got 2 passed pawns. Generally in these kind of situations, one passed pawn or one pawn can be sacrificed and the other pawn can be used for winning the game. The king will often try to protect its passer, one of them in this case, and the rook can go behind the passer or the rook can be used to cut off the enemy king using the concept of Lucena position. So here White had two simple moves actually, one is kg7, other is kf7. Indeed things are not that simple as they look. In the game White went with the move kg7, very logical because the king is remaining near the pawn and in many cases he wants to do h5, h6, promoting the pawn very easily. Let's see what happened. Black went kg4 and here White played rook d4 check in the game. After the move rook h2, there is just king g3, rook h1 and the c2 pawn can be taken. Rook c2, h5. Black should first do rook c7, forcing the white king to go away from his pawn. King f6, rook check, k e5, and then he can try to harass the white rook with kg2 and kg3. The game will be easily drawn. White played rook d4 check, black goes king h5, and now this is what I think White must have missed here. After the move c4, which is one of the ways to protect both pawns by putting the rook in middle, here black has rook takes c4. The surprising element in the position, if rook takes c4, then it's a stalemate and the game would be drawn. So the game here ended in a draw. Let us see what was better for White, or could he have improved in the actual game. White should play the move king f7 here. The king is ideally placed on f7. Firstly, White avoids any stalemate traps like in the previous line, and he keeps the option open of taking his king towards the black rook. So this rook can often assume its position behind either the h pawn or sometimes behind the c pawn as well. Let's see, there are two options here for black. After the move kg4, like in the main game, now there is rook d4 check, king h5, c4, king h6 and the move ke7. We realize that it's now too late for the black rook or the black king. Both of them cannot guard the position of either the c pawn or the h pawn, and black's defense collapses here. After kh5, kd7, now rook c5 allows rd5 check. So let's say rook h6, then c5, and black will have to give up the rook for the c pawn and white wins. Let us look at the other variation now. The main line would be the move king e3, attacking the rook now. Rook goes behind the h pawn and again black can try king f4. White has to play precisely. Let's see. White first goes with the move h5, allowing the move kg3. At first it looks as if the game would be drawn because after rh1 there is kg2 and after rh4 again kg3. But here there are two problems. One, firstly if rook takes c2, then h6, kg2, rook h5. That wins for white. The h pawn is unstoppable. And secondly, after kg2, this time this rook goes to c1. That is, he comes behind the c passed pawn here. And now same idea, this black king is driven far away from the h pawn. Black cannot defend against both the advance of h pawn and the c pawn. It's game over now. Rook c4, trying to stop the advance of the c pawn. After the move kg3, white wins more easily with just c4, kg4, c5, king takes h5, ke7, and next move will be kd7 followed by c6. After rook c4, ke6, kg3, kd5, rook c3, kd4, rook c8. Here also white can do many things. He can play the move h6, then get his rook to h1, but the move c4 is simplest when we see that the pawn will reach the c5 square by force, after which the king will go and attack the rook and the c pawn would prevail. So black will have to give up the rook for the c pawn and white will win the game very easily. So rook d8 check, ke5, rook e8 check, kd6, rook d8 check, kc7 or ke7. In both cases the checks are stopped. Rook goes away, c5, rook check, kb6, again rook check, and the c pawn is used to block the rook checks. Next kb7, c7, and white wins the game. So white would have won the game with proper play, and normally 2 pawns up is easy if we are ready to sacrifice one of the pawn and focus on converting the game to Lucena position. In the game, white player missed the stalemate idea and it was then too late and the game became drawn. I hope you will find the lesson useful and instructive. Thanks for your time.